everybody, my name is Candace and welcome back to my channel. Actually, I should probably welcome myself back to my channel as well because I've been gone for a few weeks. So, in the last month, yeah, I lost somebody who was really close to me, and I just needed a break from literally pretty much everything. I haven't been to Pilates or really gone anywhere. I didn't leave my house actually for 2 weeks besides the funeral. Um, but slowly I've been starting to go back and do things. Like I went to dinner the other night and I went to the movies, and this week maybe I'll go back to Pilates. I am going to start doing my Spanish lessons again on Saturday. So we're getting back into the swing of things. Something major I need to do is actually get back into my budget because that just it didn't I didn't budget a thing for the last month. I just kind of lived through what I could, and bills got paid. That was not a problem, but just I didn't go grocery shopping at all. I ordered DoorDash literally every single day, or I went and got something, but I wasn't taking lunch to work, nothing. So yeah, we gotta figure the budget out again. Now it's good because today is the 16th, so I just got paid yesterday. Well, maybe I got paid Friday or something, but I need to go through here, and some bills have actually changed. I need to see where we're at. I have money in my bank account, and I'm just not sure where it needs to go. So that's what we're going to figure out in this video. And then starting for for the March 1st paycheck, I will go ahead and do a full budget with me. Okay. So there are some things that have changed and some things that are staying the same. I think I addressed it in my last video. Sorry, I'm not looking. I'm trying to multitask, so the video won't be crazy long. Oh, okay. So I have changed a few things. I think in my last video, I was telling you guys how I get the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So I was moving a lot of my bills to be paid on that card so I could get points for things I normally pay for. And I want to say that's what this was. I don't know if I showed this in the video or not, but there are some things that are different here. So we'll just kind of go through the list really quick. And some of these things I don't remember, so I might have to go look. I know my rent was $13.52. That stayed the same. And that is still with my debit account. I think I talked about possibly paying my rent with my credit card so I could hit the $6,000 threshold. I'm just say we hit the $6,000 threshold, but we'll talk about that in another video. So I'm gonna make that green because that's still just gonna come directly from my checking account. I did get a new phone right here. I got a what is this? An iPhone 17 Pro Max, and I switched providers because it actually was cheaper for me to switch providers. I had T-Mobile for 12 years, and I saw this deal for Verizon where you could basically get the iPhone 17 for free. And so with whatever the lowest storage was, I ended up getting the 512 gigabytes. So I paid like $5.55 a month. And so with auto pay and stuff, my bills maybe $7 higher than what I was paying with T-Mobile. And I had asked T-Mobile what deals do you guys have? Blah blah blah. They wanted me to trade in my iPhone 13, which is what I'm recording on right now, in order to get something else. And they were only going to give me $830, where this one they gave me $1,200, and I didn't have to trade in anything. So I went back and forth with T-Mobile for a little bit, and they just were like, well, we can't help you. And I just was like, well, I guess I'm leaving. So there's that. Um, so that bill is gonna be 93.68. That's with the auto pay, and that also just gonna come directly from my checking account because they won't let you get the auto pay credit for paying with a credit card. Annoying, but it's fine. Okay, Wi-Fi is still the same. That's 83.20. I think that's on the credit card now. If it's not, it needs to be. So that's blue. My car is 550.32, and my car insurance is 222.21. Both of those come directly from. Ooh, the car insurance I don't know. I need to look. I know the car I can't pay with the credit card. I don't know about the car insurance though. Let's see. Thing that's like grinding my gears about getting a new phone is that I have to re-sign into everything. Like I thought it would just like transfer over and I could just like go and do my Face ID. No, I have to like log in, and it's see I have to log into Progressive. I don't have time for that right now. I'll figure it out later. But that one, it might still be on my just my like debit account. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Pilates, I know is on the credit card. That's 205. Um, my Apple storage is 299. What is that on? Apple storage. I think all the Apple things are on the bank account. I feel like it has to be because I don't remember going and change that. Okay. Things are different. So Canva, I went ahead and paid for it for the year. I think it paid on like February 5th or something. So that was like 139 or something dollars. So we're paid for the year, so it's not going to show up on the monthly budget anymore because we have it for the year. I got rid of HBO Max. I got rid of Hulu, Disney Plus, so we're not paying for any of that anymore. And then my Apple Music is something else. Was it just Apple Music? I feel like it was Apple something else. Hmm. Apple Music is covered by my Chase Sapphire Reserve card, so I don't pay for that anymore. Um, so it's off the budget. I feel like there is something else related to Apple Music that they cover, but oh no, they cover Apple TV. That's what it was. Okay. Patreon, that is 540, and I don't know what that's on. It's pink. So maybe I did move it because I feel like I did this already. The Patreon is pink on here. So I'm gonna assume I did move it to the credit card. Preply is $42. I'm not saying that like I want to give up my Spanish lessons. I think I want to do them in like a different format now. Maybe I like want to go to like an actual class or something, or like take a class like just in general with more people. I do really like my tutor, but I think I'm just ready for a different format. And I think I get like that when I have or with really with any hobbies that I do. Like I'm cool with doing that hobby for like 8 months, a year. But then it's like, okay, well, I want to do something else. So I still want to keep up with it. I think I just need to find like another format or something. Maybe I'll do like in-person classes and maybe cut the preply down to like 2 hours a month. I don't know. But then I'll be feeling mad because I really like my tutor too. So we'll see. My Microsoft storage is $2.14. And then my Kindle subscription is $11.99. And all those look like they are on the Chase Sapphire. Okay. My water bill is a variable, and I usually estimate that to be $35. That gets paid within the rent. Um, Electric is somewhere between 70 and 90. This month, I think it was 76, something like that. Was it 76? I think so. But that also gets paid with my bank account. And then what do we have? My pedicure is 95. That always will pay with my debit card because they charge you more if you pay with your credit card. Really and truly, I should be taking cash up there because they charge you even less if you pay with cash, but that means I would have to go to the ATM. Is it really that big of a deal? No. But am I going to do it? Also, no. So that's that. Food, we should go back to budgeting our $400 and gas. What was I budgeting for gas? I think it was, is it 70 every 2 weeks? I think so. So that's like 100. We'll do 150 for the month. Because now I might start going places. Who knows? And then my student loans, their payment, but like regular payment is 92.50, and then debt I was estimating the minimum payments to be like $600. I did pay off something. What did I pay off? One of my PayPal things, like the pay over time PayPal, not the PayPal credit. I paid that off, and I paid off, or I almost paid off my actual PayPal credit. I think there's like $114 left. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pay it, but I need to actually, I don't even know where that paper went. I thought I wrote them. Give me a second. Okay. At one point I had wrote down all of my debts and like how much was left on each of them, but I don't know where that page is. I'm gonna get a new notebook. Where did I get this from? Walmart. I'm gonna get a new notebook and hopefully I can keep it just for budgeting because I write anything here. I write a grocery list. I will write something I think about that I was like, oh, I need to Google this later. Like I will write anything in here. And so we have a lot of stuff that's not related to budgeting in here. I was talking about going on a trip in here and I don't know what this is, life insurance and some other random stuff. Like I need a notebook that's strictly just for budgeting and keeping it that way. So someday this week I will go to Walmart and get another notebook. Um that's just for this. Cause I don't know where that page is. I don't know if I ripped it out. I thought I did, but apparently I don't see it nowhere. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I need to add up how much I spend per month. Actually, a couple of things. So first thing, I need to add up all the bills that go on the credit card, on my Chase card, so that I can make sure I'm paying that monthly amount every month. So what do we have? Pilates is 205 plus 540 for Patreon, 42 for Preply, 83.20 for the Wi-Fi, 214, 11.99. All right, that's that. So those bills is 349.73. Now what I need to decide is right now I've been paying for really everything on the credit card. So food, gas also go on the credit card. The real thing is like how am I gonna, unless I go through and like actually add it up weekly or monthly, I guess it's something I could do, but am I going to do it? I need to keep track of obviously how much I'm spending on food and gas to see if I'm within budget. Um, or every month I could just pay $400 for food, $150 for gas because I don't typically go over that amount. I think that's probably the easier option. And then after the month is over, I could look at my transactions and see whether we need to budget more or budget less. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me add 400 for that and then 150. So plus 400 plus 150. So that's $899.73. So we're just going to round it to $9 to the CSR monthly. So now when I do my budget with me, when I say 900 to the CSR, that's going to encompass all these other bills because That's what it is. Like every month when I put that on the budget, we just know that's going to cover the Wi-Fi, Pilates, Patreon, all those things. That's what it should be. Now, I said I wasn't going to actually budget right now because I got paid sometime over the weekend. I don't know when that was, but I also got my tax refund and I had got a bonus from work. And like I said, we have to discuss all that in another video. But right now, there's $5,247 in my bank account. I do have a couple of pending transactions from stuff. What is this stuff? And of course, the app isn't loading. Honestly, since I got a new phone, I'm having a little trouble with stuff loading. Okay, I forgot something. So I pay for Chat GPT, and that's $21.59. That comes out of the bank account directly as well. Mm, okay, so what I'll do is literally, yeah, I'm not gonna budget all this money yet. I'm gonna wait a couple of days and let the pending transactions come out, and then maybe we'll do a whole nother video this week where we budget what's left in there. What I am gonna do though is pay my $1,600 towards my student loans because that's a non-negotiable. It needs to come out. Well, number was that was 5,247, and there was some change in there, but that doesn't matter. Minus the 1,600, so we'll have in there 3,647. So that's something we need to budget out before we get paid again. What are we gonna do with that? Because I don't know. Part of me just feels like I should just pay off. I got a couple like smaller debts that I could pay off with that, and then move some to savings. I did move like 2,000 of it to savings already, but I mean, you could always have more savings, right? We can work it out. I really don't know what to do with it yet. So yeah, the next video I think it will be a lot more. What's the word? Not cohesive, put together. I just wanted to film something today because like I haven't filmed in a long time, and it was actually really hard for me to even like set the camera and stuff because I knew I was going to be addressing like why I was away, and it makes me really really sad. So I just want to film something so I can get something up so we can get back in the swing of things. But the next video will do a lot more explaining of like what I did while I was home all these days, and like what did I do with all the money that I had that I don't really have now. But everything happens for a reason and everything's gonna work out. So look out for another video from me. I think it'll be this weekend. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to film during the week, so we'll see. I'm gonna refilm or not refilm. I'm gonna film a like backdated budget with me because all this money is like already in my account. So we're gonna budget what's left in there after I pay the student loans to see what are we gonna do with it, and then I'll talk to you guys about like how I dealt with my grief by spending. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Apple Pencil, and I actually been looking for this for like a week because I could not find it. Wow.